This is James Hilder for FRAMPTON TV in association with Macklin's Gym Mabaya. With me I've got Scott Quigg, former WBO world champion. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, I'm very good. I just wanted you to sort of reflect on Liam Smith's performance against Predrag Radosevic today. How do you sort of assess that?
Absolutely classy. You know, he showed why his name's been linked with the likes of Canelo, Cotto, you know, fights like that, because he's gone out there and dismantled and, you know, pure class out there. I love being in the corner because I'm just sat there watching, learning, and just seeing every punch he threw. Just it, you know, I don't waste anything, and that was clinical.
Real spiteful performance from Liam Smith. Notice we see him sort of start sometimes a bit slow in the early rounds and have a look. Today he just went out with them brutal body shots from the get-go.
I seen him when he was warming up on the pads beforehand. I said to Paul, not Paul, and he's like, the sharpest, the most powerful I've ever seen him. He said he looks, you know, razor sharp, man. And how he was on the pads, he just started from the first bell. And listen, that's what happened. And to be honest with his name being linked with Canelo, the Cottos, he had to go out and make a statement, and he went out there and did that.
Do you think he can beat the likes of Cotto and Canelo? I know you're in the gym with him, you see him day in, day out, but what's your honest opinion on it?
Yeah, people are going to say I'm biased, but 1,000,000%. I think he's the best of the brothers. Do you know, listen, Callum isn't that, they're all, you know, world class, but Liam's, I think he's the best of the bunch.
Interestingly enough, there's some sort of...
And he'll sort me 100 quid out for saying that anyway.
It was a bit of a solemn atmosphere tonight with Muhammad Ali's passing today. The bells just before Liam's fight as well, sort of paying their respect as the boxing people do. It's quite sad. What do you sort of, what memory and lasting memory do you keep of Muhammad Ali's?
I mean, it was the whole package, wasn't it? You know, he inspired so many people, sporting icon, in not just boxing. So people looked up to him in all walks of life, you know, because of in sport. Everybody, anybody who's put on a pair of boxing gloves has been inspired by Muhammad Ali. How
many times have you done that shuffle in your life when you've got the gloves on, when no one's looking and you're sort of in the gym? You must have done it a few times.
Everybody's done it. You know, there's so many things that he's invented, he's created. And he created a wave that many sports stars have become over the years. You know, they've seen how he talked, but he backed it up.
Carried himself.
You know, he carried himself and what he stood for at times, even out the ring. You know, and listen, he'll always be known, and there'll never be anyone that'll ever be better than he was. You know, you've got to admit he is the greatest of all time, and it is a bit of a cliche, but he was the full package.
What's going on with you now, Scott? You've had a little bit of time off, obviously, with the jaw, letting it heal and stuff. Where's it sort of at now?
Well, I've been at the gym now 3 months.
That must be killing you.
Oh, listen, it's the longest. At first, it was all right, you know, because I needed to, and obviously I couldn't really do much. But now it's like, you know, I want to get back. I can't wait to get back in the gym, and it's been good because refreshed mentally. You know, I've not been thinking, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this. It's just been living normal, but now I'm ready to go get back in the gym. The jaw's healing well, but I've got to have the plates out because I've had a bit of a bad reaction. So I've got 2 lumps growing on the side of my gum here. So once I get them plates took out next Friday, and hopefully that'll settle down, and it'll probably be a month and a half from then. And
you can start sparring potentially.
Because if the plates didn't have to come out, I would have been able to start sparring in a couple of weeks. So obviously it's just a bit of a nuisance really, but I'll definitely be back out by the end of the year in a big fight.
Still don't give people enough respect for carrying on a fight with your jaw broken.
No, I don't care. It was what it was.
Jesus Christ. Ricky Burns as well, he done it against Beltran to go and carry on when your jaw's in that much of a state, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I say, it is what it is. You know, that's it. You know, I'm not really bothered about whether I had a broken jaw or not. it was a bit weird. So it weren't painful.
Well, it felt like your tooth was sort of...
Oh, it felt like all these teeth here had shattered because my wisdom teeth that hadn't come through, it shattered that. So that's what with the feeling that I thought my teeth had fell out. Shattered that into the gum. And then it was from that point that, because it happened with there was a little right hook in the 4th round, and my mouth was open, and that's what cracked it. That's what broke it. So and then until I got hit with that uppercut in the 6th round, I didn't know how painful it was going to be to get on it. But then when he hit me with that proper just snapped it, and from there down was just completely numb. So that was the point, like, because people think it was that with the shot that broke it, and so well, you started going forward after that. Yeah. Well, it went, that was the shot that I'd been hit with, and I thought, well, that didn't hurt. When it was already broken, that's when I started. So putting the pressure on more, but listen, I'll be back, and I'll be back world champion, and I'll make sure that fight happens again. And put the right wrong.
Will you be at super bantamweight coming back, or what's the plan?
Probably light middle. No, yeah, we'll be back at super bantamweight or featherweight, whichever. I've got plenty of options at the minute. You know, sit down with Eddie in the next couple of weeks again, and once I get more news on the jaw, and then we'll go from there. But I've got a lot of options, and whichever's the biggest fight to get me back up there, then that's where we'll be going.
I think you need a couple of fights just to get into the groove, test the jaw.
No.
You want to go straight back in?
Straight back in, yeah.
You don't want to get hit in the door, you don't want the jaw testing.
But no, it's when it's healed, they say should be stronger than when it was before it was broke. So it won't be in the back of my mind. Obviously, you go through all that in sparring.
Yeah, of course you do.
You know, so when the sparring, get quality sparring in, tough sparring, and then the jaw holds up there. Then there was nothing wrong with the jaw in the first place, so it could get broke anyway. So if it get broke again, I know I can carry on with a broken jaw.
FRAMPTON, Santa Cruz, that fight's made.
Yep.
Talk to me about how do you see it playing out? What chances do you give FRAMPTON of being successful in New York?
He's a good fighter. Obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and sound bitter because he got the win over me. But I do think Santa Cruz will be too busy for him, and style-wise, I just think I don't think FRAMPTON's got the power to keep Santa Cruz or get his attention. You know, to keep him boxing on the back foot. I think Santa Cruz is guard, very tight defensively. But listen, boxing is boxing, and I do give him a chance. But if I was to put money on it, and I'm not a betting man anyway, but I'd say Santa Cruz is, going to win that fight and potentially stop him.
Big statement. Big statement.
And I hope I'm wrong. If FRAMPTON wins, then it makes the fight bigger when we fight again.
You definitely see you and FRAMPTON getting it on again.
Oh, without a doubt.
Listen, that keeps you going, doesn't it?
Listen, that's all that. Whatever I have to do to go out there and get that fight, I'll go out there and hopefully we get a world title fight straight away. Because I'm still highly ranked by all the governing bodies. Go out there, become world champion again, and make people want to see that fight. A lot of people do. It took off near the end, and in my eyes, it's unfinished business. And I've just got to go out there, keep winning, get back to being world champion, and then make the fight happen.
Listen, right you are. We look forward to seeing some imminent news. Good luck with getting the plates removed next week. I hope it goes all well, mate.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you back in the ring real soon. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.